air behind him, you could barely make out what I think was
Yeah.
supposed to be Sutro Tower. The quality's been terrible the past couple of days.
It's been bad, and it's kind of a positive feedback loop because a lot of bad air quality means the fog can actually get denser because there's more particulate matter for moisture to converse on and condense on, and then creates thicker fog, worse air quality, kind of like, again, just filters in. And with that high pressure that's sitting overhead, it's not going anywhere, at least for the next couple of days. So high pressure, foggy conditions, not great air quality, that's going to be the name of the game through the upcoming week. However, if you look at our current air quality, you notice it's not as bad as yesterday morning. That doesn't mean it's great. It is still unhealthy for sensitive groups, but there's not the widespread just unhealthy in general. There's not widespread red dots like what we saw yesterday. There are still a little bit of some red dots in between Concord, Napa, Fairfield, but again, it is slightly better than yesterday, just slightly. You still might notice if you have asthma, maybe you have lung issues, there is going to be a little bit more of that particulate matter in the air, and you're probably still going to want to mask up through the next couple of days. The fog this morning has created some issues, especially if you live farther south, maybe down near Hollister, but a lot of that fog is going to dissipate over the next couple of hours. If you live inland, though, it's going to be another day where you're going to be struggling to see a lot of sunshine. Those high temperatures are going to be couple of degrees below normal, but the upper level cloud coverage is going to be widespread. So even though the fog might dissipate for a lot of us, there's going to be upper level cloud coverage that's going to block the sunshine, although it's not going to keep our temperatures from cooling down too much today. You'll definitely notice the places that are dealing with the fog this afternoon. Those colors in blue signify the cooler temperatures, highs only in the low 50s from Napa over to Concord. You'll be in the upper 50s, though, over towards Petaluma, Santa Rosa, drive a little bit farther south towards Livermore, upper 50s as well. And then if you want to make it a beach day, head down towards Santa Cruz, Salinas, Monterey. It's going to be so much nicer farther south near Monterey Bay because this is the area that's not going to be dealing with the thick and the dense fog. With more sunshine comes warmer weather. So that's what we'll be seeing farther south. And if you want to enjoy the warmer weather again, that's going to be where it is. The fog is going to fill in overnight tonight and waking up early tomorrow morning. You're going to be having to give yourself some extra time, but you'll notice tomorrow afternoon, our Central Valley, yes, you're still going to be dealing with fog, but there is the potential for our inland East Bay communities, places like Concord, Fairfield, Antioch, to actually see a little bit more of that sunshine. And you might notice temperatures in the mid 50s versus lower 50s. Although if you head towards Sacramento and the Central Valley, it's going to be cool because they're going to be dealing with the thick cloud coverage. You head further south, that's where we might see a little bit more 60s sprinkled in there. But honestly, it's a little bit tricky to nail down our exact temperature forecast. You probably noticed it over the past several days. We were a couple of degrees off because the fog has been very, very tricky to forecast. It's been very stubborn, and it's likely going to be very similar conditions through the upcoming week, as we are going to be seeing an area of high pressure that's going to be dominating throughout the next several days, if not the next week of weather. High pressure, again, is deflecting all of that rain off and away from us, and we are not going to be seeing much of anything when it comes to precipitation, at least through the middle parts of the month of December. So keep that in mind. It is going to be very, very dry throughout the end of the month. So I hope you all have the potential, at least, to enjoy the outdoors before some rainy weather heads our way by the end of December. Foggy conditions are going to be an issue, although you might notice a little bit more sunshine mid this upcoming week. It's going to be a pretty roller coaster of temperatures across our inland areas. Really just depends with those microclimates in full force, who's dealing with the fog. That's going to be a bit cooler. Back to you.